Hello everyone, my name is David and today we're going to talk about Behr Dynasty semi-gloss. Behr Dynasty semi-gloss retails for about $56. It is that puts it as a premium grade semi-gloss, but it's cheaper than most of the other premium grade semi-glosses from, like, say, Benmore, who has Aura, 71 bucks, Advance, $56, $7, a couple bucks more. Ultra Last, I believe, is about $70 by Pittsburgh. That's a fantastic semi-gloss. And Emerald urethanes can be as high as $90 a gallon. You know, one of the things that I think that makes a paint worth buying is how workable it is. How well does it spread? Does it dry quickly? And the Behr Dynasty, frankly, is good. It's not great. There's some paints that are better. They have better work time to spread it out. I found that this paint gets sticky in about 45 seconds. So if you're doing a 6-panel door, you're going to have to kind of do it pretty quickly. I give it an 8 out of 10. It dries quickly, which is a bit of a problem. And how about the washability of the paint? Well, after I let the paint dry for a couple weeks, I put on ketchup, mustard, which is the most difficult stain to get rid of, crayon, pencil, red wine, and coffee. And the Dynasty says that it's stain resistant, and I saw that when I put on the ketchup, for example. The ketchup sort of repelled off of the door, just kind of spread. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. I have never seen that before. That's pretty unique. And then when it came time to clean, all the products that I had put on came off very, very easily. First time, probably easier than any other time I've cleaned, except for the mustard. The Tumeric stain on really just stayed on the paint, and regardless of how many times I cleaned it, it wasn't budging. So I'd have to give is the paint stain resistant? Yes, there's something in there that really gives this paint a very hard, polished shell. However, the Tumeric from the mustard was able to beat it, but everything else came off really well. Is the paint stain resistant? Yes. Is it washable? Absolutely. Is it durable? Yes. What do I mean by durable? I mean, after I'm done cleaning it, was I able to see any burnishing, any marks, scuff marks, any kind of damage done to the paint? No. So I'm giving the washability of the paint a 9 out of 10. I'm giving the durability a 10 out of 10. Now, when it dries, how does it look when it dries? Does it self-level really well? If you brush or spray it, yes. Very, very well. You could use this on kitchen cabinets. It'd be fantastic for bookcases. What I really probably liked about this paint the most was how polished, how smooth, how hard this paint was. It had probably the best finish feel of any semi-gloss I've ever used. Probably the second best would be the Ultra Last by Pittsburgh. That has a fantastic shell to it. And I probably should compare the two side by side. I think I'll do that in another video, because don't you think, like, when after you're done a job, and especially if it's a bookcase or your kitchen cabinets, you're going to touch it, your doors, your trim, you touch it from time to time, and you want it to be really nice and smooth. Important, I think, is don't roll with this. Don't roll this on a bookcase, on your kitchen cabinets, on a door. Don't, because it leaves a very nappy finish. There's a big difference between what's brushed and what's rolled. Okay, the Behr Dynasty is much whiter than other premium grade semi-glosses. Here's Regal, Advanced, and Aura, and you can see these colors are all exactly the same color, shade of white, and the PROMAR 200 is basically the same color as the benmores. If you want a really crisp white, then the Dynasty is a very good choice. The Behr Dynasty is a very white paint, which typically means that it's not going to have good coverage. However, going over this blue one coat, you can see pretty good coverage compared to, this is Marquee. This right here, this is also one coat right here. And this is advanced, and this does not have the same kind of coverage as the Behr Dynasty does. 2 coats of advanced did cover just fine. 2 coats of Behr Dynasty covered, I think, a little bit better. It's definitely a whiter paint. It definitely has excellent coverage. So just make note that for a bright white paint, which typically doesn't cover well, the Dynasty did fantastic. I think you might find it interesting when we do some reviews of the Behr Marquee, the scuff paint from Behr, and the cabinet grade paint, and compare them and see which ones really are the best fit for your projects. So subscribe to our video and you'll stay in tune with that. My overall impression of the Behr Dynasty for $56 is it's a very good value. Its weakness is workability. There's just better sunlight glosses that are easier to work with, and workability is important because it really does directly affect production. But what I really loved about the paint was it's a very crisp white that covers. That is an anomaly. It also has a fantastic finish, and the durability and washability of the paint is pretty darn good. So I like the paint. I'd give it about a 9.5 out of 10. I'd love to see them get that workability just a little bit better. Thanks so much. See you on the next one.